a prevention plan in the making. Earlier this year, 3 people died and 4 more were injured during an avalanche on Silver Mountain. Now, resort leaders say they spent the following months making changes to prevent another tragedy and to keep their visitors safe.
Every second counts. Skiers are gearing up for the season by packing an avalanche beacon, a device that was uncommon at our local resorts until a deadly avalanche happened at Silver Mountain.
It's hard to guess, and then you look at demand and everyone wanting to get outside.
This morning, sales are projected to skyrocket this season as more people look for an adventure in the great outdoors.
This weekend, Schweitzer Mountain Resort is opening their mountain to season pass holders, and coming up in the next hour, we're going to be talking about how COVID restrictions have changed the mountain this year and local towns around it.
I'm live here on Mount Spokane, where this year's ski and snowboard season is just going to look a little bit different under the new COVID restrictions.
We're at Schweitzer Mountain Resort all morning long, talking the upcoming ski season and what you can expect this weekend in terms of weather.
Up with KREM starts right now with Jen York, Joshua Robinson, Jeremy Legoo, and Dana Marie McNichol.
Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to this very special edition of Up with KREM. Great to have you with us this morning on our Wednesday morning. I am Jen York. I am live here in Kellogg, Idaho this morning, kicking off Winter Week here on the program. So this morning we do have team coverage. We are live at several of our area ski resorts. I'm here at Silver Mountain, where earlier this year an avalanche killed 3 people, injured 4 more. Coming up, we'll be talking about some of the changes visitors can expect before heading to the mountain. Of course, we know the pandemic also hit our area ski resorts really hard earlier this year, cutting the season short. Now, coming up, we'll be having team coverage. Again, I'm live here in Kellogg talking about some of the changes here at Silver Mountain. Dana Marie McNichol is live at Mount Spokane. She will be telling us what skiers can expect this season under new coronavirus guidelines. And meteorologist Jeremy Legoo is joining us this morning from Schweitzer Mountain Resort. We want to get to him with our first look at the weather. Hi, Jeremy.
All right, well, we are out here at Schweitzer Mountain Resort. You might have seen me stomping around in the snow, playing with a little snowball, getting ready for the upcoming season. And we got to talk weather because snow levels are going from up high in the mountain to down much lower here in the next couple of days, guys. All right, well, let's dive in and let you know what to expect in terms of weather over the course of the day, because we're starting out the warm morning quite mild. Temperatures near 40 degrees across much of the region. It's another mild start to the day. Not quite the same amount of cloud cover we saw yesterday, and that's just a sign of some of the changes we're seeing. We're starting out with a few less clouds this morning, a couple of stray ones off in the sky if you look close, but that's really about it. As we scoot through the day, expect more clouds to start to take over. And as that happens, it comes with a little bit of rain. That rain sticks around through the middle part of the day and then eventually tapers off as we get into the second half of the day. But despite some of those showers moving through, we are still talking warmer temperatures. We're scooting up to near 50 degrees later on this afternoon. We stay in the 40s today, so not near the mid 50s like what we saw yesterday. But it's still going to be a rather pleasant day, or rather warm day, a little bit rainy. So maybe just throw on the raincoat and head outside. But guys, this weekend, we're talking much colder temperatures, and that's great for the upcoming ski season.
Jeremy, thank you so much. I know we had talked a little bit about rain maybe in the forecast, dry this morning here in Kellogg, but we know the rain may be on the way, but dry for now at least. But we are back out here live this morning at Silver Mountain. Lifts here are expected open for the season in a limited capacity starting next week. Yeah, just the day after Thanksgiving. Now, this will be the first since the pandemic cut the ski season short. Now, this year, Silver Mountain will be opening with some new coronavirus guidelines, but they also will have a new avalanche mitigation plan. This follows January's deadly avalanche. So we talked with the general manager who says they spent the off season working to create that safety plan. So we're going to have some of that coming up here later in the show. But first, we do want to issue this. The leaders issued a statement. It reads in part, you do not go through an event like last year without reviewing your whole system and how it could improve. Now, in a few minutes, we will talk about those changes again for the avalanche prevention programs here at Silver Mountain, as well as COVID safety. And as we mentioned earlier this year, that avalanche killed 3 people and injured 4 more. You might remember it happened inbounds on a Black Diamond run. The Idaho Panhandle Avalanche Center later revealed skiers triggered that avalanche, and it took several days to recover the victims. So take a look at a map of the mountain. This is a ski map. The avalanche hit on the 16-1 run. That's on Wardner Peak. Now, this is on the right side of your screen. You can see Black Diamond and double Black Diamond runs there. That means it's only for expert skiers. So one of the changes for this season involves opening a new weather center at Wardner Peak where that avalanche happened. Of course, Silver Mountain shut down for several days while the recovery mission was underway. Crews recovered 2 victims quickly and called off the search. However, the following day, a family member called to report an overdue skier on the mountain. Nearly 60 people searched foot by foot for a missing woman. And 2 days after the avalanche, they located the 3rd and final victim. The next day, Silver Mountain reopened to the public. And at the time, visitors say returning was part of the healing process. Of course, this morning, a survivor of the January avalanche is sharing his story. Bill Fuzak survived the unthinkable. He survived trapped under the snow for nearly an hour. Now, what he recalls is seeing and feeling the snow crack around him, and then he heard a woman behind him yelling to stay on top of the snow.
We dropped in and everything, all hell broke loose. Everything cracked around us and we started sliding immediately. Just try to stay above the surface. I shouldn't have been alive. This is it. And all I can do is sit here and I'll either pass out or they'll rescue me.
Now, Fuzak is an avid skier. He is also trained in avalanche survival. So back out here live this morning, we've been talking to Silver Mountain, and they've been busy over the course of the past few months making an avalanche safety plan and a mitigation plan for this upcoming season, hoping to avoid a situation like this from ever happening again. So new this year, skiers will notice a new weather system that will be at the top again of Wardner Peak. Again, that is close to the avalanche location. It will provide hourly readings for snowfall, water content, and wind. Also, crews are adding the avalanche transceiver checkers to the tops of chairs 2 and 4. Now, that helps remind skiers to turn on their transmitters or even test them to make sure they're working properly. Also on the mountain, they're enlisting some 4-legged help. This year, you will see Roger training on the ski hills. The black lab puppy is being trained as an avalanche rescue dog, and he's being named after a retired member of the ski patrol. So that is what Silver Mountain is doing new this year for avalanche mitigation, but also now they'll be operating under new coronavirus guidelines. So this year, crews will have to limit the capacity on the ski hill. Visitors will need to get lift tickets ahead of time on the weekends and during holidays. Skiers and snowboarders, though, can buy a ticket day of during the week. Season pass holders, though, are not affected. Those gondola rides will be limited to 1 family or group, so you're not going to be with any strangers. Mask will be required while you're in line or riding the gondola. And on top of the mountain, Mogul's Lounge is open with hosted seating. The food court will operate as normal as well. However, there will be reduced seating, and again, masks are required. Leaders say those safety guidelines are subject to change as well throughout the year. Of course, we know region-wide we have a number of popular ski resorts all going to be battling coronavirus guidelines this year. So Dana Marie McNichol is joining us live now from Mount Spokane. She details the changes as staff work around those COVID-19 restrictions for Washington State. Hi, Dana Marie.
Well, good morning. I'm here at Mount Spokane. The snow is looking great, almost just a week before you're ready to open. I'm here with Jim. He's the general manager of Mount Spokane, going to tell us everything we need to know. A lot of changes this year. good ones as well. You were mentioning earlier, you want to keep your staff, the public safe. What can we expect here on Mount Spokane?
Yeah, number one is safety, making sure we're prepared for COVID. And then the second is to have fun and enjoy kind of the winter outdoor recreation. So skiing is the perfect thing for our community to come out and enjoy. Some of the biggest changes are we're rolling into a 7 days a week program in January and February. And as well, we're running all of our lifts every day. And Lodge 2 and our main lodge, of course, with the COVID restrictions, we're now running all of our operations outdoors for the most part. But we've been busy preparing, putting lockers outside. We have our snow rentals outside now, so you can pick your boards and skis up outside. Really exciting to be a week from the start of the season.
So what can we expect when it comes to making sure that the capacity is good? You said that you're opening this new days because this summer you saw more people as well.
Yeah, so we're in Washington State Park, and the park saw a 40% increase in traffic this summer. So we expect the demand for skiing and outdoor winter recreation to be equal, if not greater. And so we decided safety was the number one thing. We're going to run at about 80% capacity here at Mount Spokane, and that will allow us to just manage the lines and manage where people are flowing so that everybody feels safe. And at the end of the day, it's really about having a great experience, and by not overcrowding, we'll be able to fulfill that. So Saturdays are usually our peak day. And by running at 80%, we were able to spread it out on the other days of the week.
Very great. All right, thank you so much, Jim, for that information. A lot of new stuff going on here at Mount Spokane. I'll send it back to you in the studio.
Dana Marie, thank you so much. And again, we're going to be live at all of our area ski resorts this morning. And of course, talking about some of the changes you can expect before heading to the mountain. Of course, for all of the changes to our ski resorts, you can always text the word ski to 509-448-2000. Again, I'm live here at Silver Mountain. We'll be with you here in a few minutes. Again, talking about other changes that visitors can expect this year and looking forward to the upcoming ski season. Joshua, Tim, back to you in studio. Have either of you been up to the mountain yet?
Not yet. How about you, Tim?
Not this season, but I have in the past, and I'm looking forward to getting back out there later this year.
And we're going to get all the information we need as well coming up for the rest of this morning here on Up with KREM. Now, we also want to remind you to share your own ski season pictures with us using the Near Me feature on the KREM 2 app. All you have to do is snap a photo. It's very easy, and then upload it to the app. And we would love to see it and even share it here on Up with KREM.
And still ahead on Up with KREM, I look into how the pandemic is affecting outdoor recreation sales.
We're live here at Schweitzer Mountain Resort all morning long, bringing you your forecast and talking about the upcoming ski season.